Alright, here we are, and welcome back to Off-Brand Pokemon Sweatshop Simulator. I mean Palworld, obviously. My goals in mind currently are to expand my Paldex, definitely complete more captures, get my player level higher up so I can take on some of the more legendary entities around, and also maybe get back into the fire region, which I'm currently anything but dressed for. Let's go solve that issue. Polymer is done, which means I can get right on, or rather, can't get right on. I need this, the heat-resistant refined metal armor, which will take some high-quality cloth. Fortunately, I can get right on that. Dig Toys is having a nap in the hot spring. You enjoy, man. That's what I built it for. Even with heat-resistant armor, I'm probably going to need both of these to be really comfortable and safe. Wait. I just did that backwards. I need the heat resistance, not cold resistance. So I guess while I wait on this cloth to process, and the armor as well, once that I can't start until that cloth processes, it's probably a good time to check our two ore bases. This place is iron only, looks like everyone is in good condition, and we have a free chest. Just sitting here. Gives me another crossbow schematic I don't need, and bread. Waste of a silver key, I say. 20 ore, not great, but I think I checked just before quitting the other day. These guys are more than fine on berries. So, Camp 1, performing admirably. Camp 2, the new guys, also all asleep. What do we got here? 7 and 13 coal. Well, it's something. And they're fine on berries. With all the farms I've got, they had better be. Let's drop all this off. Oh hey, Blue Moon is hard at work. Good. Those nocturnal pals don't necessarily sleep on everyone else's schedules. I only need one of these to get the armor going. So we will stick that in there. Get the heat resistant armor queued up. Yep, that one. See how my spheres are. More ultra spheres, always appreciated. Kind of seems like Blue Moon is pretty much the only one pulling his weight in terms of, oh, Ultras are entirely new. I thought I was making more hypers. Well, so much the better. I have a greatest spheres above and beyond what I thought I had. I would also like to look into any booster structures that I haven't built yet. Like I've got the Flame Cauldron, the large toolbox, those are over there in the boost area. A flower bed, a water fountain I don't have. Need Pal Fluids. What else might we have here? Is that the only boost item I don't have available or built? Wait, do I really have no refined? Wait, are there seriously no refined ingots? There aren't. They're all gone. Well, but I know what Yormantide should be doing when he wakes up. It looks like night is nearly over, so I have no need to take a nap. Here we go. Rise and shine, everybody. We all have very important work to do. I need to figure out what to do with my 2 breeding slots there. The breeding calculator says I can get a decent pal out of Pen King and Bushi. I don't seem to have any good Pen King. I only have the one Bushi from the look of things. So I guess that's a project. That's a project we're building off on. Yormantide's already finished the refined. Really fast on the kindling there. Yormantide has a very good kindling level. We hatch a Swee. It's useless. That's a lot of fiber. And some flour. We like fiber. Constantly running out of the stuff. And the flour goes in the fridge that no one will cool. The ingots come back here. And our Blue Moon continues to work. There we go. More high quality cloth for later. And now he proceeds right over here to help us out with the heat resistant armor. Ordinarily I wouldn't hang right here and just do this, but I do need this armor to get anything happening today. And there we go. Now we are extremely heat resistant. I can even afford to swap one of the heat resistant shirts. Not the second though. Need at least one. And so the one cold shirt will sit there. Oh, yep, I have the overlay on. I see you now. Yes, now I have both elemental resistances. So between the armor resistance, the resistance value of the armor itself, and then I have to juggle one or more overshirts, I can get my temperature resistance just the way I need it. So what I have now is I am resistant to heat at the maximum level, and then a little bit cold resistant too, just in case something happens. Oh, I'll have to talk about that later. Just in case it gets cold at night, which it sometimes does. So that little trick I just picked up. Handgun Schematic 3. An epic purple quality handgun. That might actually be worth making over my crossbow. Maybe. Not sure. We'll have to check. I've already built a single-shot rifle that was kind of a disappointment. Honestly, I probably should have grabbed a water type to run around in here in. I was researching earlier what water types would be good that aren't also part ice or part grass, and therefore also vulnerable to fire. And there aren't many. It's like Gobfin and T-Fant. I will aggravate this guy, though. And get cooked for it. No, my dog. Whoa, whoa, none of that now. Get off the dog. Stop burning my dog. Slam ball with the hammer of Thor. Alright, let's try the Megasphere. I honestly don't care if the Megasphere fails, because these are junk. And hey, if I can make a capture with junk, so much the better. Alright, so I caught the Wixen. I don't even need the Wixen. Flambell. I remember catching all the Flambell back when we were over here in this cleft area. So I actually don't know why I'm here specifically. Yeah, the dog sound. Every time I mount the Greyhound, it sounds like I kicked it. That is definitely a very unhappy yelp. Give me just a sec, I'll turn on the other chat overlay. I switched off for the moment. There we go. Active chat window. Ooh, it's an Incineram. And of course, a second Incineram, because they never travel alone. And where are they going in such a hurry? There's the third one. Always 3 of these guys. What can I do about 3 Incineram? Well, I can get spotted, and they don't like me now. Let's give them bird. They're part dark. That's a bad idea. Oh boy. This might be another early Aether Deer situation, if this keeps up. Almost everything I have is weak to these guys. Yeah, Greyhound is almost dead already. Vanworm is their same exact type. So this is not the wisest idea. But it's at least something. Should stall them for a bit. Alright, the Hypersphere should get that one. Nope. Get in the ball. Vanworm's dying. Lamball? Lamball is weak to him. This would be a bad idea. What the heck is that? What? What am I looking at? Oh no, I think I understand what's happened. No, it's worse than that. These are the Incineram that I've just captured, but my PAL box at home is full. So I'm going to have to leave a map mark. Oh, there is a map marker here. Because these are technically like death drops. Oh well. I guess we are now suddenly having to rush over to the nearest. Let's just find a travel point and get the heck out of here. I need to sell or condense pals. Whoa. Not going that way. I can do this. No, I can't. We're on fire. Despite my incredible heat resistance, we are on fire anyway. Convection, actually a thing in this game. No other game penalizes you for jumping over lava. So the good news is I'm home now. pop over here, find a Pal Merchant, and clean some space so I can pick up those Incineram that I left behind. Pal Merchant wears blue, so it's not that guy. Red one's over there. I think the Pal Merchant is in this direction. Yes. We are selling because we need the space. Okay, I need a condensed chickpea. I can get rid of Kativa. They are basically pointless. Leaf Monk are kind of funny, I suppose, but I haven't invested anything in any of them. So they can all go. They also don't have very good work skills. We have better workers all over the place. What else? Pangolin. Pangolin are a bit behind the curve. Vixie don't help us anymore because they can only dig up basic Pal Spheres. The arrows might be nice, but the basic Pal Spheres are clutter at this point. Hucrates I should really butcher. Depresso. They can stay. I like them. They're funny. Cremus. I'm sure there are better ways to get wool, and I think that's all they're good for. Daydream. I just plain hate Daydream. Rush Ore. Any Rush Ore with like weak power. I know I have... Don't I have more than one Fuddler? Let's put all these Mao. Too many Mao. Including... Why is there a level 19 Mao Crest? I must have captured it at that level. Yeah, he's a little Fuddler. He's like a little mole creature. He's got mining and handiwork because he's got little hands. Celeray. Tons of Dire Howls, which I was planning on condensing into my Mount Dire Howl. But now that I've replaced my Mount with Greyhound, I don't need this huge amount of Dire Howls. Yep, Celeray would be pretty good with peanut butter and maybe raisins. Toko. They are toucan creepers, as in Minecraft creepers. I've never used them and don't plan to, because what good is a bird with self-destruct? Floppy, I just collect these because I needed them to fill out my decks. I don't really know what they're good for. I need the Mazarenas. I don't think I need the Bristla. And of course I can prioritize selling whichever ones have poor passive traits. I mean, I could bring a full team of Toko against a boss, but then I blow up 5 low-level birds, don't do much damage, and then have nothing left to tank for me. Doesn't seem like much of a plan, honestly. Woollypop just suck, let's face it. They are some kind of joke creature. They produce cotton candy, but cotton candy is a terrible food. And that's all they do. They have no other work skills besides that one on the far right, which is put them in a ranch and they produce cotton candy. I have too many Nightwing. Just too many. They don't do anything either, besides be the earliest flying mount in the game. Ribunny, also not particularly impressive. They do have a trait that makes them faster at making things with a weapons bench. I don't know if it makes up for their handiwork level of 1, but technically they are faster gunsmiths. Or more like arguably they could be faster gunsmiths than other creatures, but I don't know if their trait makes up for only having a handiwork of 1. Cinemoth, the off-brand Butterfree. You know, we have Venonat at home. Definitely keep 1 because breeding purposes. Actually, with that in mind, I should keep the one with no traits. So we can inherit the traits from my Verdash and produce more Rayhounds to merge. Our socks were a phase. They have a good kindling level, but right now I have Yormantide for that. Weezepunk Ignis, I don't really see the point of. Again, they are low-level kindling, have some other skills scattered here and there, but that would just distract them from the job they need to do. Why do I have this many Swee? Get them out. I don't care how good they are. I don't care what their traits are. Well, I need to keep 1 somewhere, in case they're a good breeding combination. Maybe that one. I have all these Sweepa. Rayhounds, not enough. Need to condense them. Dinosaurs. 2 planting, 2 lumbering would be good if they didn't have that high of a food demand. A food demand of 6 does not justify 2 level 2 skills, even if it is a workaholic. And there's all these Lavenders, these pink nightmares. I think Abnormal is the most on-brand trait these things could have. Oh god, they all have Abnormal. Abnormal apparently is a stock trait for Lavender, the way all Kativa have Coward. And I think all Gora Rat have Hooligan. Then we have Flambell. Flambell is a bit of an odd duck, because it has Kindling, Handiwork, and it also has Ranching. Highly unusual for a fire type to have Ranching. And the reason they have Ranching is that they will passively produce flame organs in a ranch. Don't ask me how. Bunch of Vanworm. Wixen. Wixen have Handiwork 3? I need to get some Wixen on my base. These Kelpsea Ignis look positively useless with their 1 kindling and no redeeming features. Get them out. And this is close to the bottom of the list. This is the bottom of the list. Bronze cherries, Relaxaurus, which appear to be stock gluttons. It looks like all Relaxaurus are gluttons. Which sometimes also have bottomless stomach. So if you have too much food on your base, just introduce this guy and there'll be no explanation of where it goes. Alright, that is 61k worth of discarded pals. And he is selling... Wait a minute. Why does it say my pal? Is he offering to sell me for 30k apiece the Incineram I left on the mountain? Is that what this is? Because this is a shakedown, mister. I will not be extorted like that. I can be extorted in other ways, but not like that. Okay, now we point ourselves vaguely east. Pick up those dropped Incineram that wouldn't fit in the box before. Don't... We need to go. That was an unwise fight he picked. Remember, fall damage isn't real as long as you're mounted. Also, I am on fire. Maybe being aboard Van Worm, which is a fire type, can solve my being on fire problem. Because I know I've passed over these lava pits before without issue. Just not on a Rayhound. Yeah, we're fine now. So now the question is it because it's a bird or is it because it's a fire type? Keep on going, guys. That's a fight I don't want. Then there's... How is anyone supposed to mine this? This is a piece of ore in the middle of a lava lake. You couldn't have pals do this, they burn up. Hyper, ultra, keeping that, my arrows. Okay, now our inventory makes sense again. There's the Incineram. There's also some Leaf Monk effigies. Or at least one Leaf Monk effigy. And an egg. And how did it get this dark? I don't think even... well, maybe fire types are immune to lava. That would be a fascinating experiment. I think that question is being answered for us right now. This Blaze Howl knocked just gives 0 fucks. Although, these guys are human, so they don't have an excuse. We just have humans napping on the lava. We don't ask these questions. The dew mud over there not fire immune. He is melting. He's dead. Good work, Dumud. You are proving the intelligence of your breed. I can collect these Incineram I capped earlier. And it's like nothing bad ever happened. We'll just cut this part of the bot, sure. Come on. Nope. Nope. He didn't make it up the hill. I don't know why I'm trying to go up there. Oh yeah, because I'd like to fill out this part of the map. So here we are, happy in the volcano, filling out the map area and see if there's anything worth capturing. I could go for some more Incineram, though I really don't want to keep picking fights with packs of 3 of them. And that could be another Leaf Monk. Just glowing there, ominously, taunting. Also, what is that blue? Oh, that must be a travel point. But only because it says so on my compass. It doesn't look like one otherwise. Grab that. Is that another one? A tiny green glint in the distance. Well, I'm headed that way anyway. Well, I think I'll run out of stamina on the side of the mountain and end up sliding down. Look at them all. 1, 2, 3. There's no way I'll get all of them before sunrise, and I'll forget 1 or 2 after that. Maybe I can get them before sunrise. More sleeping flamethrower wielders. Wait, this is the fishing village. That was there the whole time. While I'm here, this crossbow schematic is worse than the one I'm using, and can go. Quickly, before daybreak. Where's that last Leaf Monk? No, I've lost it. I think it was up. Aha! We've got all 3 of them. That's a Bushi. We need more Bushi. That's a 35 Bushi. But it's only 1 creature. And it's not part dark, so I can use normal on it. Time to say hello. Whoop. Yeah, hit him with the lightning. And then lay off before you kill him. Oh! I forgot he could teleport slash. You show that tree, buddy. Come on, these spheres are expensive. That's almost a 40% chance, by the way, and he's just saying no. And now he's dead. What a ridiculous face. He's even chewing on that piece of straw that's so much of a trope in these kinds of samurai-like characters. I guess I'll get this Fenglobe instead. Something else we need to fill out our decks with. Nope, no more acid rain for my Vanworm, please. He just punches the living daylights out of it. Come on, these are hyperspheres. I've got to be able to catch something. Remember, I even turned up my capture rate by 50% in the world settings. Just because the whole sphere juggling game was so painful. This is an interesting little area. We have coal. Did I know about this coal? Is this the same coal I have marked? No. It is different coal. Land ball's hitting them good. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do the Thunderbolt, you'll kill it. Alright, 3 Fenglobe for the decks. Also, it's a little odd that there are pieces of ore just lying around on the ground. I haven't seen that anywhere else. Wait. What? Where'd it go? There was a Fanglope here I was fighting. It evaporated. So it seems that basically the issue I'm having is that this area is still uncomfortably high level. It's not too high level. The fights are doable, they're just very long and tedious. And the capture chances are still very low for some reason, even though I'm using a fairly high-grade sphere. Whoa. Could this actually be a solo Incineram? That never happens. I don't see any friends of his waiting in the wings. So let's get our fourth Incineram. That's more like it. 93%, and it still broke out. Percentages continue to not be real. We're playing with XCOM numbers here, where 93% really means 2%. And 100% is more like a 100% chance to miss. Fanglope. I'm just not going to fight any more Fanglope until I have a higher level. Too much of a pain in the neck. Or fight a type advantage. I need more dark types and more water types, what I need. And in my team, I only have a half dark, who is also half fire, so he's vulnerable to all the water attacks that Fanglope pulls out. And here we have Castaway's Journal, day 25. I'll have to read those eventually. How far does this go? We are still at the mountain's foot exploring the beach. And there's just more beach and more cliffs. That is a Ragnarhawk. See if we can get land ball on this. %? I'll take those odds. 31, even better. Nope, get in the ball. Get in the ball. 30%, by the way. And this is after I've turned it up. He has no health left. I cannot attack him anymore without killing him. This is as good as my capture chance is going to get without going up to the refined metal ball. There we go. My 6th Ragnarhawk. More Incineram, in groups, of course. A single Lee's Punk. I actually don't have very many Lee's Punk. All of mine are of the Ignis variety. And their Dark type could be useful. Maybe I can go find that single one again. Though at this point, maybe it's despawned. I may be too late. And I think we lost our chance on the Lee's Punk. Another Fanglope, another Leaf Monk statue. Always happy to see more of these. Not that raising our capture chances appears to have done very much for us. It's all in such small increments that I can't be sure if they've helped anything at all. How do I still have flight stamina? We have a new fast travel point. Western edge of the island. Beach of Everlasting Summer. Well, that's a name. Not in the derogatory sense, that's actually a pretty decent name for a large expanse of semi-volcanic beach. Of all the things that this game does that you could have a valid complaint about, the way the world is designed and the way they've named most of their travel points are not on that list. You just have a really well put together map. The only thing it's really missing is some indication of what level you should expect to be in certain areas. I guess they kind of tried to do it organically by having you require resources at the higher level areas later on in the game, like sulfur goes into gunpowder. You shouldn't even be thinking about sulfur while you're still in the Stone Age of crossbows and spears. But I guess you should be 30, 35, level 40, around there, by the time you really seriously want to farm this fire area. Okay, the Incineram flee from me when I'm aboard Van Worm. I'm finding more scorching eggs. Just absolute. Look at this. There are tons of scorching eggs in my inventory now. Just altogether too many. I'll bet most of them are Leespung ignis and Kelpsea ignis and other basically trash creatures. Hang on, I think someone is at my door? It's a very strange thing for me to be puzzled about today. Alright, and we're loading back in. Not much I could have done about that little interruption. I'm still not sure that whether or not there will be further interruptions later. But they are a later problem. Alright, bending. Alright, sorry about that little period of silence. I had a visitor. Oh, I'm not sure would have been appreciative of having their presence broadcast live on Twitch. On a related note, the dog is back. So we can look forward to loud interruptions from him anytime anything happens outside. In the meantime, I need to head home because I have way too many eggs. But we've filled out more of the volcanic map, which is certainly a victory. pack away what can be packed away. This handgun schematic 3, I want to build. What does that require? That's a lot of high quality pal oil. And a lot of ingots. Yikes. So for that much pal oil, I can purchase it from the fishing village over by the volcano. As for the ingots, given my current production capabilities, that might just be a simple matter of time. Yeah, I have almost 2,000 ore. So ingots, I can make too many ingots. We'll just go with 500 for now, and hopefully that settles any production problems I may have for the foreseeable future. Now it's time to deal with these eggs. That is indeed a Verdash. I am disappointed. Amarest Christ, that's new. And we have an invasion of more Lavenders. A new Rayhound. A new Rayhound. I need to see if I can very quickly build that alarm bell. And try and tell my guys to ignore the raiders so they don't get killed. And look at them cowering weirdly on their beds. Yeah, focus on work. Ignore these things. I am about to lose one of those walls. So I'm learning that my bazooka, or at least the Mosander bazooka, doesn't damage my own builds. I can see occasionally the durability bar on those walls, and it's not changing when I fire. So that's very good news. And now they're leaving. Good. Get lost. Don't come back. Don't come back. What a mess. These raids are such an irritating waste of time. And I need a second chest. for eggs. Where is Blue Moon? It says he's working on this, but no, he's hungry and missing. Must be outside. Well, sorting the PAL deck, we now have 4 empty pages. The PAL box is very generous in terms of size, but at the same time, the game expects you to collect 10 of everything in the world, so maybe it's not all that generous. They've almost filled this. Wow. I have never seen this thing get capped out. Let's grab all that stone. Over almost 10,000 stone. I am now so overloaded I should be dead. In some other games I would be. So I need to go back to Fisherman's Point, sell just a couple more things, and buy all the high quality PAL oil I can get my hands on. Which I think is from the Red Merchant. It could be this guy. It's not this guy. This guy just sells ammo. Which, handgun ammo, I'm also going to need at some point. But those schematics can go. I now have 70,000 coins, which notably weigh nothing. High quality PAL oil. Let's go ahead and buy a ridiculous amount of it. Is that enough? Time will tell. Shooting star, whatchamacallit, went real far into the volcano. I don't know what he's talking about. Ingots are done. This is definitely not. Yep, I'm overloaded. Which I expected to be. Pack away the ingots and all this new oil. And oh yeah, I have to go back and get the handgun schematic. Alright. Rare handgun schematic. Let's get that underway. I also kind of want to know what would happen if I replaced these two berry fields with a tomato and lettuce field. Which I do have the seeds to do. I don't know where they'd put that food, though. Make more jam buns, make more flour. Wheat is not doing well, and I'm hearing a lot of noise downstairs that I now need to investigate. This may end up not being a good day for streaming. There's still more going on than I expected should be going on. So we can gain a leaf monk level. But other than that, I guess apologies for the very short stream. But my situation here at home seems less stable than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to have to sign out, and maybe I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe things will still be hectic. Such is life, I'm afraid. So, perhaps until then.